Hey everybody on YouTube, this is Kyle Snyder once again, aka Clipton, and this time I am going to be doing number 5 on the top 10 most controversial calls of all time. If you need a recap on what's been covered on this list so far, number 10, Matt Hasselbeck's incomplete pass to himself. Number 9, the Mike Renfro catch. Number 8, the Burt Emanuel catch. Number 7, the Holy Roller. And number 6, Super Bowl 40. Now number 5, it's really close to what NFL Network ranked. I mean, they ranked it number 6, but I can think it deserves a little bit higher on the ratings, on the ranking. It's number 5 is the ending to the 2002 Wildcard game between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. Now, this game was also listed on NFL Network as the number 4 greatest comeback of all time. Basically, it was the Niners versus the Giants. You know, it was back and forth in the first quarter. Then during the second quarter, you know, the Giants started gaining a lot of points, you know, continued on through early in the third quarter. Then late in the third quarter, the comeback started happening. You know, Jeff Garcia, who was the quarterback for the Niners at the time, just got hot. You know, he and the other Niners were scoring like crazy. I mean, Terrell Owens getting 2 touchdown receptions in the game. Also getting 2-point conversion in receptions. Jeff Garcia running in for like 20 yards for his own touchdown. And then to top it all off the one score that really sealed the Niners' comeback, Jeff Garcia's pass to Ty Streets, which caused the score to be 39-38 in favor of the Niners, the Giants blowing a 25-point lead. And so the Giants, they have one final offensive drive, and they only have 1 minute to score the game-winning points. They get down to like the 25-yard line, I believe it was. They set up for a 41 or 42-yard field goal, in which they have to score the field goal or else the game is over. You know, they have Trey Junkin, who was their long snapper that they just signed for this game, and basically the thing was, you know, it was a bad snap, so out of desperation, and they had to go for it. They had to pass it downfield, and it ended up being incomplete, but there was clearly pass interference there. A flag was thrown in for pass interference, but there was another flag that was thrown in afterwards, which was for an ineligible receiver on the New York's part, in which, here's where the real controversy comes in. The person they called an ineligible receiver was eligible. And because of these 2 penalties, they offsetted, and by rule, if 2 penalties offset with no time remaining, the game ends. Now if it were just pass interference, then the game, you know, if there was no ineligible receiver call, the Giants would have gotten a second chance at scoring a field goal from even closer, and they most likely would have made it. But because of the offsetting penalties, the game ended. But after the game, the NFL official, you know, the vice president of officiating, Mike Pereira, said that the person called ineligible receiver was in fact eligible, so it should have been pass interference only. Because of this, the NFL came out with a statement saying the referee blew the call. It should have been pass interference only. There should not have been an ineligible receiver call. And this was very controversial because the Giants could have won it if only pass interference was called. They could have easily won the game. But who knows how it would have been if with their second field goal attempt, you know, with their second chance. I mean, would Trey Junkin have botched the snap again as he did earlier? What would have happened? We'll never know. But you gotta imagine the Giants would have won the game if pass interference only was called. So that's why I rank this as number 5 of the most controversial calls of all time. You know, the Giants, they could have won, they could have advanced to the division round against Tampa Bay, but instead they had to wait 5 years before they could win another Super Bowl. That's number 5 on my top 10 list. Stay tuned for number 4.